Hello and welcome to a video by me, Joke94, as I continue my Let's Play of Motorsport Manager with Levingston Motors. We are back with Motorsport Manager and Levingston Motors for the second season. The first season we finished 9th, so we did better than expected. Our season target this year is also 9th. Now, we do have the best drivers, but apparently we have the worst car. Although, if you look at every part that we've got, we're 9th for everything apart from a gearbox, and our gearbox is meant to be our best part by the bar. So Predator must have one decent gearbox, so we're just around there. Because otherwise we should be 9th, because we were for a while, but then we dropped back down to 10th, which is disappointing. But we are building another gearbox. That's the part I'm working on first. Of course, there is a vote to make engine spec, which would be really good for us, because as you can see, we have the best drivers on the grid. And of course, as we've seen, even though our car's rubbish, basically, on the courses where it's not top speed that really matters, you know, the ones with a lot of turns, and it's usually a lot of, like Germany, for example, is probably the best one. Maybe not. But I think Germany is one we do well on. You know, one like that, it's like Phoenix is not the round, it's actually the better one for me. When I got added the first time in my other save, it was just going round and round, and you just can't win without a good engine. I think, anyway. I'm not sure now. I don't think it was actually. I think it was this one. And it always did crap because you got all this here. Half of it's just going fast as hell. But you know, tracks like this where you got the turns, you know, even the straights are a bit curved, so you can't go full. You know, you can't go full pelt. We can do really well on them, despite the poor cars you saw last season. We're finishing like 9th and 10th because of our driver. So, you know, get rid of the engines, that means you can be competitive on every track. And by that time, we'll also improved our car and the other components. So we'll have hopefully like an average car, maybe, you know, somewhere maybe like around here. But with the best drivers on the grid, I think we're going to do really well with that. One thing you will also see is the pit crew. I think I'm going to like this because I think it complicates the game a bit too much. It adds another layer of RNG to your race, which I'm not a big fan of. And I have put it on auto manage. I have just signed everybody that I can, but it's on auto manage for now anyway. Otherwise, we do have the average pit crew, but it does add to our cost. But I would on auto manage. It's my better. Billy Evans, I think I've got as my yeah, because he's not as good with the concentration or part fixes. Unfortunately, we don't have nurse yet. We might have for the next race, so if this race goes well, which will be really big for us because it will allow us to pick up points early. Our car parts are pretty decent for reliability, to be fair. They are in the 50s for the most part. Well, that's only 51, but I think if we're careful with our engine, we might make most of these last. So I obviously did work on the engine reliability because that's one of the biggest parts to fix. Well, most time consuming anyway, alongside the gearbox. Really should have done like an engine and a gearbox, so one car had the better parts just all around. But enough explaining, off to the race. 16th or above. We should get 16th because even though Predator have the better car apparently, we should still beat Predator. Ooh, one thing I need to check actually. Where is it? Game settings. I don't even know what that is. I'm sure. Here it is. I'm going to stick it on normal for now. I'm hoping that wasn't on easy the entire series. I'm pretty sure they've only just added that in. I don't recall that being there before. But we'll leave it on normal for now. If we keep doing crap, I might bump it down a little bit with, you know, with it being European. In fact, what I might do is I might do -3. Asia Pacific, move it to there, and for the Formula 1, move it to there. But for now, I will leave it on normal. if we do really poorly all the time, I will bump it down and then just do what I just said. I'll just keep bumping it up as we move up the ranks. It's kind of what I'm doing with a race strategy. So on normal, I'll make more mistakes, but once I get to age specific, I'm going to put it back up to realistic, because I think that's where it's more professional. Of course, Englehart is our number 1. Ellie Marsh is our number 2. So Englehart will be getting all the best parts, and at the minute he has all the worst parts. I like how she's not too unhappy with the parts, but he's just horrified with them. He has no dignity. But that's countered by the against other car comments, so that's alright. Because Englehart is a really good driver, especially for this league. Really good. Ellie Marsh is also pretty damn good, but the smoothness is just a letdown. If we had the headquarter building, I've just noticed my recording length has changed. It's gone back down. One moment. Okay, I think when I went into the options menu and went back out of it, it caused the X-Story to stop and restart the recording. I've not lost anything, but I think that's what's happened. I thought something had gone off then. As I was saying, if we had... Where's smoothness? It's not going to tell me, is it? This is what we're going for, by the way, first. Improving our factory and design centre. I think we'll have enough money this season. It depends on how we perform. But it might be test track. Or is it the simulator? One of these gives a boost to your improvement rate for smoothness, and others give you, for other things. Like we see here. This will give you an improvement rate for driver focus and all that. There was one for smoothness. We want if you had that with Ellie Marsh, it would eliminate her biggest weakness. So the problem is that not only is she too smooth, she's quite a way off improving that. If you give a bit of a boost there, she would be pretty damn good. Sponsor level also at 3 stars thanks to Ellie Marsh's marketability, but it is going to drop by 25, so that might go back down to 2 stars. I think it will, but 2 stars is better than 1, which we were at, I do believe. Because when's that going down? In 9 weeks, so we should get a 3-star sponsor for this one at least. That might be the only one, but we might get a good sign-on bonus. But enough talk. Need to win a race. Well, not win, but I like how our his car's better than hers, and yet it appears as the same because of how low down our parts are. But he's got all the better parts. That's fine. Selected our sponsor. Yep, everything's good. Off to the race. Because we ended in Black Sea last season and it didn't go so well. I messed up the strategy and we had 2 pit mistakes, I believe, one for each driver. So we could have. I think honestly, despite the car that we had, we probably could have run that way if we got it right. We'd take away the mistake. We would have been up front on inters, changed to wets. Would have been like 30 seconds above everybody else that were on wets, and we would have got past the inter guys quite easily. So that was disappointing. He's only a temporary driver because I've not hired a reserve driver. I don't need it because look at the feedback. She's almost 20. And you can see this form as well. There's a description. So of course, the higher the form, the more better they perform. So yeah, there is some RNG stuff to it, which I think it takes away from the simplicity of it, which is kind of why you play this game, I think. It's like, the old football manager games, the championship manager games. It was very simple to get into. Whereas the new Football Manager games, it's just so complicated. No one's got the time for it anymore unless you're really dedicated to that game. It did say it was going to be dry for the race. It might be worth going on dries. That doesn't matter because everyone's on the same tyre choices. So I'm going to take a practice and I will see you for the race. Well, that's the end of practice. Just missed level 3 soft tyres knowledge for softs because Ellie Marsh's smoothness is crap. And it showed in practice like 3 laps of pushing, the tyres were gone. So that is how bad the smoothness is. While Englehart did the same thing, I'd probably double the tyre life that Ellie Marsh had. So as you see, Englehart in 3rd, Marsh in 8th. Of course, most times were set in the wet. So these doesn't really matter. It never really matters anyway. But it has improved the form of our drivers. Ellie Marsh started with a form of 4.4. It's now 6.8. Englehart went from like 6.8 to 7.1. So that's always nice. But still, it's a confidence boost. Doing well in practice, it always is. Whether it'll matter on the actual race itself, we don't know. Of course, we should have more knowledge than everybody else in our tyres, so maybe we can use that to our advantage. Of course, race trim. I noticed race trim went up a lot faster than the tyres. So, of course, next race, Englehart will have the nurse perk, I think, unless it's a disaster of a race. For Ellie Marsh, got a optimum balance of 97%. I'm going to save that. Because Ellie Marsh is going to be in my team for a while, I think. One thing to note, I actually started Englehart. Why has her form just dropped down so low? I don't know. So that was like what, 5 laps, 3 laps of pushing, and these are meant to last 10 to 12. So she can't, and it's a 30-lap race, so she can't just super softs. No chance. I think even Englehart was struggling on super softs, but softs she can just about do. So we're gonna have to be careful with her tyre wear. She is very much going to play the long game and hope her parts last. I think Englehart's going to be the more aggressive driver. Of course, the problem is she's got the worst car, so if she doesn't push, she's going to get overtaken quite easily. I'm tempted to underfeel her a bit more than that, but I'm not going to. It was Englehart. Only at 93, but we've got 3 greats. That's all I could get out of that. So I need to make that save because I did have is all set up from Russia. Yeah, look. Oh, that was that one. Is it that one? No, it was this one. It was this one here. Loaded it up, but it was only at 73% familiarity. So, what are you gonna do? Let's see, 12 to 14 laps. You can push on those tyres. It is a warm-ish day, so I think heating won't be much of a problem, at least for Englehart. Marsh maybe. Marsh maybe. So we're going to attack with our tyres for at least, especially with Ellie Marsh, for probably 1 lap and then ease off. But engine mode, I don't think we're going to touch to try and win on the reliability part. Because we don't have a lot of reliability, so we can't weight strip either. And as you can see, they've also patched it in. You cannot strip spec parts anymore. You can only strip parts that you can make. So as before, I think we were stripping spec parts. And I think that made our car better overall as well compared to the AI. I don't know if the AI weight strip or not. But we're gonna start. 'Cause Oh, it's Valdez. Valdez on Demos Let's Play. Problem with Ellie Marsh having a form of 4. If that's what she gets, the smoothness is going to be quite low as well. Is she on a long contract? No, she's on a short contract. But we can replace it if she isn't that good. Right, let's do it. So Evans a Predator starting up top. And Valdez of Octane in second. I do believe the new guys Kruger lost their drivers. They're about to replace them. I'm sure they did. Where are they? Right, where's the other guy? Where's the other Kruger dude? Oh, it's Dembele. We had a bit of a rivalry with her last season, I do believe. We were fighting with her a lot. She was part of... It wasn't Predator. Predator's unchanged. They've got Evans, who's terrible. And Santa Ana, who's not too bad. Who's clearly their number one, really. Averaging everything. Our drivers are better, but our cars are about the same. Smoothness 8. Well, it's 5 red light. It's the start of the second season and the Russian Grand Prix. There you go, actually 6.8. Bad start by Marsh. Good start by Englehart, though. Obviously, Marsh has the worst, probably has the worst car on the grid because she's got all our bad parts. Englehart's got a slightly better car. We've got, I don't know who that is there, but the guy in blue, John Sitter, just pushing their way through. Marsh is up to 11th, or down to 11th apparently. John Sitter clearly has a better car here, so he's going to overtake Englehart with ease. And that's Garuda. They had the best car last season, and I believe that's still the case this season. You can see here in the straight, we're going to get wrecked. Evans already dropping down though. Everyone's just swarming Marsh. Defends most of them though. But she's dropping now like a sack of spuds simply because her car's terrible. It's really Englehart just doing alright, is what we're trying to do here. Santa Ana is above us, so that's who we want to overtake. Might as well drop Marsh's thingy down a bit, because the smooth is crap. So what I mean, it's in our speed, we can't stop him from just going past us. That's why I want the engine spec. Santa Ana keeping people at bay, which is not good for us, because that's what we want to beat. Santa Ana obviously just dropping down there because the car's terrible. The guy behind it is catching. Because they're still pushing. No, they're not. They are pushing the engine a bit more though, so push for your tyres. That's one thing about it. You can see how the gap is between you and the cars around you. Got some teammates fighting between themselves there, so they can't get past our guy, past Marsh. Santa Ana in 13th. Who are getting stuck behind Marsh. And the past. Oh, that is a crash and a half. So Marsh in last place, basically. That's what she's about to overtake her. Yeah, her car's terrible. Surprised you pay for once in your own colours, basically. You get a crap car. Like I said, I will turn the difficulty down a bit, if need be. Look, he is really pushing his end in Sabado for Dragon Racing. So he's going to have reliability problems if he keeps doing that. We're right behind Santa Ana. We are defending, and he's done it in that corner. Push for your tyres a bit. See what difference a good driver makes. Even in where we should be getting overtaken, he's making it really work. Problem is though, this is going to slow us down, letting Santa Ana get away. Sabado finally gets through. This is why some people don't record the early parts of the season, but it's basically impossible to do anything. Like how he's just so poor. Evans is smooth, is terrible apparently. Look at his tyres. He's going to have to pit like 4 times in this race. Which is good for us, because it means we can get past him. Okay, you're going to push your tyre a bit. We've got some people in the pits already, so they're having to make 3 stops rather than 2. Which is good. I think with the new pit changes, it means they're more likely to make a mistake. In fact, we've done quite well with our smooth with our tyre work compared to everybody else. That's Spider taking past Santa Ana, and we're right behind her. But we're trying to overtake her with Englehart. And we're not going to do it, because our car is just too slow. I think that might be our brakes, actually. We defend Rogers, though. More people in the pits. We're going for Santa Ana on the outside. And we take it. That's what we want. We want to beat Predator. Don't care about beating anybody else, because our car's too bad, but Predator we want to beat. You're going to go into back up now. And try and make your tyres last a few more laps. That's Rogers here, getting past both drivers. Santa Ana is pushing, but she's going to have to pit. And so is Ellie Marsh here. So they only lasted 9 laps, but I think the second lap we won't really push it that hard. Pack conditions not looking too great with the engine, but that's because we pushed it quite hard. Second and third stints don't push as hard. We should be able to just preserve it. I think that's how we'll have to win. Yeah, we're good. Fuel is maxed out. Tyre, yep. Speed it up a bit. Englehart needs still 1 more lap. Interestingly enough, Santa Ana stays out. His pack conditions looking not too good there with the gearbox. No mistakes for Ellie Marsh, which is down in last place. Push on the first lap. Try and catch up to where we are now with Englehart. Try and get in front of Santa Ana. Their form is very high. No mistake for Santa Ana. No mistake for Englehart. We're behind Evans. We're miles behind Evans. How's that happened? So we're last. If we finish last, I'm turning the difficulty down because this seems a bit unfair. To be quite frank with you. I can't finish last. We're miles behind Evans. Well, just speed it up because there's no point, is there? And the Marsh stay on neutral. Your tyre was already terrible. Alright, come on. Right, we're catching Evans now. So she's going to have to fix her engine. So we're finishing last. And that might cause me to get fired. Great. Just great. Come on. Everyone's just pushing, but everyone's having tyre issues. This is the problem with starting a new company. You punish for for this, for you having your own logo and colours, and then it makes the first few races of like the first few seasons pointless, really. But people are making repairs. I'm actually going to go into low for both of them and try and just see out the race without having to make a repair. But I don't think I'm going to achieve it because we're only halfway through the race. We're ahead of Evans, but Santana's doing perfectly fine for herself, unfortunately. So we are going to have to make repairs, unfortunately. Next race, Englehart will have the nurse perk. He won't have to make repairs and we'll do well. And that's where we're going to pick up most of our points for this season. But I might also turn the driver difficulty down a tad. The tyres are fine for now. Santana's already in the pits. This is good because we're trying the two-stop here. We might just about do it. So if people are having another pit stop above us, we're going to do alright. I'm going to take a risk with Marsh. She can go one more lap. Right. Right. No, we don't need to fill up. Has she been lapped? Well, on lap 19 she's been lapped. No, that's fine. We need 10 laps. I don't have enough. No, because if we do that but on low engine, it'll make up for the point 2 lap. But that needs fixing, and that's going to need fixing. And so's that. No, I'm gonna have to risk it with the brakes. And we're going to have to go fast, pure and simple. We're finishing last. It's over. We might get sacked if this continues, so we'll have to turn the difficulty down. But it's the price you pay for having your own logo. Right. We're going to have to go fast. It's our 2 key parts that have gone kaput. It's one with the RNG in this game. Same, you know what I mean? I bet no one else has got both issues. The good news is Englehart, we can see how his car is. He can go a few more laps, so that's alright. Ellie Marsh is out, but she's miles in 19th, so she's last. She's been lapped. So you're gonna push your engine. No red light. I might risk it with Englehart. I'm going to risk it with Englehart. And just keep the thing in low, because if we stop to repair it, we're in last place, so there's no point. We're going to be in last place regardless, so we might as well just risk it. So this has been an absolutely pathetic race. But there's not really a lot I can do about it. And I will turn the difficulty down to try and counter our bad car a little bit. Because watching me come last every race is not fun for me, nor is it entertaining to watch. And I'll bump it up a bit later on. There's 9 laps remaining. So I was in 9 laps of fuel. I'm going to risk it. There's no point. We're going to be last regardless of what we do. So we might as well just take the risk with the part. Actually, and as I come out the pits, the gearbox is like, nope, I'm gonna brake. So we're gonna have to risk it. Well, we don't have to, but we might as well. There's nothing to be gained from not risking it. Going low, I don't know. He's in 12th. Conditions still on 20. It would took Sabato not pushing with his engine. Got blood bag for Marsh. Santa Ana's up in 9th, which he needs to pit, that's why. He's got an issue. Should pull it down to 2 times. Conditions still at 20. That is Sabato. Santa Ana has not pitted yet. No, she's pitted. She's in the pits. We're ahead of her. So we are beating Predator. That's an 11%. That's going to fail, isn't it? Just bring it home, dude. Marsh is no longer last either. 18th. We got retirement. Cavalcanti has retired. Our car's falling apart. Attack retires because the tyre temperature is really low. Have we been lapped? I don't think we haven't, have we? 62 seconds. Where's first place? If you want to lap us, that'd be nice. Let's go for us. Evans is being... Actually, you should probably back up now. And now you can sort of push your engine a bit, because you've got the condition to do so. Right, for the love of God, don't break down now. Dembele is retired. We're being attacked by Cavalcanti here. I thought he retired. It looks like his gearbox is affecting him now because it's that low. Yeah, and he's retired. Damn it, I had to take the risk. I had no choice. It was that I'll finish last. But as you can see, we've got plenty of retirements. If the brakes break down now, I'm going to be pissed. No, ignore. Ignore, but just go low and finish the race. So we are going to finish... Yeah, we're going to finish last. Unless someone breaks down at the end. But I had to take the risk. There was no point in it because I was going to finish last anyway. Actually, no. I think we finished 9th. Santa Ana retired at the end. And then we finished 2 ahead of Evans. We only finished 1 ahead of Englehart. But as you can see, with the nurse perk, that car would have survived, would have finished 10th. But I might turn the driver difficulty down just a tad, because our cars are so poor. I'm not getting fired because the game's a bit unfair in that regard, come on. So, 13th and 17th, a poor race, but our car's pathetic. Pure and simple. It takes a few seasons to get it fixed. No wheels broken, of course. No one should have any broken moles. So yeah, as you can see, Predator got 11 points, we got 12. So we finished 9th. We did what we wanted to do, but only just. But next race, we should be able to get like a similar performance with Englehart's car because, well, a better performance because we'll have the nurse perk. And that just shows the value of the nurse perk. Assuming he doesn't get unhappy. Which he might do. Which if he does, we won't get it, but... we'll soon see. Yep, it's gone up, so we should have it for the next race. I hope, anyway. So we came in 9th, as expected. So no major gains. She's not improving at all, which is rather annoying. Well, she's improving per week. We did meet our... Did we meet? Yeah, we did, just about. So we don't lose that much money, which is good, because that means we can improve our headquarters. That's Asia Pacific, we don't care, because we're not there yet, and it's going to be a while. However, I am going to turn down the difficulty just a tad to try and counter the... There we go. I'm going to have it there for this this series. Then move it to there for Asia Pacific, and move it to there for the World Championship. Try and simulate just how, you know, better it gets. Anything else I need to do? Pit crew's been auto-managed, so that should be alright. No, because you just complain about how bad my parts are. I think our pit crew was a bit slow compared to Predator. Maybe, I'm not sure. I built a bit of gearbox. If I fit that part, this is reliability 40. But, if I fit that part on his car, what was it done to our gearbox now? It's still 10th. How good is that gearbox, man? Right. Last thing I'll do, I'll build another gearbox. So with the same gearbox as the one I've got, but I'll have a higher max performance, which is always nice. I'm gonna do that. Oh, we can actually hire more. Which I will do. He's got better stats, but his stamina's low. I'm gonna hire the guys with the highest stamina. As long as they don't mess up, it's alright. We don't need a great pit crew for this league. Well, you're better than the guy at the bottom, because obviously it's only the European Racing Series, but there we go. So it's filled up now. So that should give us the best chance of avoiding mistakes. But next time we go to Munich, I said we were meant to be good on that track. We'll soon see. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time on Let's Play Motorsport Manager with Levingston Motors.